All right, welcome back, everybody. It is Virtual Design Master here live at Interop. We're here for day 2. This is a very, very fun event, and so we're just getting our AV set up. Very happy to have everybody here today. So hopefully you're watching live. If you're not watching live, you can watch the replay online. We're at designmaster.com/live for all of our live events. Designmaster.com/Interop 2015 to find out what's happening here today. Introduced our challenge, and the whole idea in Virtual Design Master is we want to be able to help people to sort of think like a design master. It's about high-level architecture, being able to give them design skills from their peers, from their community members. And this is a great opportunity to expose them to, how to do things from tips from the field, real folks that are doing this. And the amazing thing here is that at Interop, we've been able to enhance our traditional virtualization track by adding networking skills. So not only can we do what we do today in virtualization and storage, but we're going to move one layer up and we're going to talk about networking. So it's been a lot of fun. Now I'm here today, of course, I am at Disco Posse, Eric Wright. You can find me at discoposse.com. Also here with Melissa Palmer. Melissa?
And I'm Melissa Palmer. You can find me at vmiss33 on Twitter. We also have our special guest judge here today, Mr. Chris Wall. And we just wanted him to talk a little bit about what people think about when they're doing a design like this and kind of just go a little bit more into the design process for something like this with us. Mr. Wall.
All right. Yeah. So what am I thinking when I'm doing design? I don't know. That's a tough question. I think top of mind, kind of spitballing, definitely keeping it as simple as possible, keeping it as risk averse as possible, getting rid of all the risk that I can from the design, and kind of in the back pocket, remembering that there's folks that have to operate what I put on paper. That day one architecture can look beautiful and you put it on that Visio, but let's be real here. What you build is not going to look like what you put on paper after day 2, right? So what is that evolution of the design going to look like over a couple quarters, a full year, maybe even 3 years, depending on how far you're trying to go out. I think if you keep some of that in mind, and as you make these decisions and as you weigh the pros and the cons against each different piece, storage, network, compute, etc., and you think about how can I make this a simpler design, how can I remove a lot of the operational headache from it, how can I really mitigate or completely eliminate risk, you're going to have a very quality design. And that's going to lead you toward the tools and the products, right? So I would not start with those particular pieces. I wouldn't say, okay, unless there was a specific requirement that says, okay, you have to use this particular storage array. I might say, okay, let's think outside the box. Let's just think, what are the requirements and the constraints that are presented to me? Go through the process of trying to find those risks and get rid of them and make it real simple. And that will lead you like finding water in the desert. It'll lead you to the product that makes sense, because that product will meet your requirements and dance around your various constraints that you have and mitigate those risks. Or maybe you'll find a couple different products. But if you start thinking kind of like at the engineering level where, okay, what kind of fiber channel, HBA can I put in here? You're going to be very frustrated because every little thing's going to change your design. So that's kind of like Chris's short riff on doing design. I hope that was helpful.
It was very helpful. Thank you, Chris. So let's go over what our schedule's been like at Interop so far. Yesterday, we gave our first challenge at 1 p.m. and we've had the submissions come in. But competitors, you're not out of the woods yet, because in a few minutes, we're going to introduce our second challenge of the competition. Our second challenge and our grand prize will be given tomorrow at 1 p.m. here in booth 1007 at Interop. So what can you win as a virtual design master at Interop? Our grand prize is $500, sponsored by Renee at VCDX133 and VCDX133.com. Renee was generous enough to also give us the grand prize for Virtual Design Master Season 2, which was paying for our winners' VCDX defense fees and mentoring them through the process. Our runner-up will receive $250 from the Virtual Design Master team, and we also have a LiveScribe and LiveScribe notebook package to give to an honorable mention in our competition. Chris Wall here will be joining us tomorrow as well to help us judge the competitors and reveal our winner. So let's recap. So far at Virtual Design Master at Interop, we've had Challenge 1. We are trying to rebuild the world's infrastructure after the outbreak of the zombie virus. We've asked our competitors to design infrastructure across 2 sites in Las Vegas, Nevada, and Anchorage, Alaska, which should be zombie-proof. Now, what's next for our competitors? Challenge 2. Las Vegas and Anchorage are now operational, and 3 more sites are almost ready to come online. Unfortunately, we've noticed a new trend of zombie sympathizers armed with signs that say zombies are people too. They're looking to sabotage our work. The zombie sympathizers believe we shouldn't fight the zombie outbreak, and they're looking to tear down our brand new infrastructures. Unfortunately, we know some of these sympathizers have a great deal of technological skill. Please come up with a plan on how you will protect the 5 sites from being attacked by this group, and be ready to talk about your solution tomorrow, Thursday at 1 p.m. in booth 1007, or you can also reach out to us online with your solution.
Excellent. Well, again, welcome everybody. Thank you very much for all your support here at Virtual Design Master. We've had a great time. Thank you, of course, Melissa, for everything that's happening. And Chris, continuous thanks for all the work you've done. It is always a pleasure to work. Chris has been busy at the event, so we especially want to send thanks because of taking time out of the schedule. And if you haven't already picked up Networking for VMware Administrators, it's a VMware Press book by Chris Wall and Steve Pentel. Is that, yeah. So Chris and Steve did a great book. Highly recommended. If you check that out, you can get that on Amazon. So thank you, everybody. We are through day 1. We are heading into day 2. So get your zombie-proof challenges ready, and we will see you tomorrow.